Hello people of the world and YouTube fam, my name is Kevin Jackson and welcome to this episode of Kevin's Light Mangas, Friendship and Love. So as you guys know, cuffing season is coming to a slow close with the climax happening on Valentine's Day. And you know, with that happening, I just personally believe that this is going to be my last cuffing season video for the year. I know. It's sad, but I think that over the past, month of doing these videos, and bringing back the series, it's been really beneficial to y'all. Y'all commented, liked it a lot, viewed it a lot, and I had fun really making the videos as well. But we got greener pastures to move on to with school catching up and with that and how a lot of classes are getting more difficult and a lot more homework is being due. And, I just feel like it's just a proper time to leave this series on hiatus until next year, of course. But I think a good topic or final topic that I should mention that I haven't talked about before is just really, when do you know you're ready for a relationship? Or are you ready to, be in a relationship with somebody that you're maybe talking to? So you've been having deep conversations with your special somebody on FaceTime and watching Netflix with them and cuddling and maybe even been on a few dates, and you're like, you know what? I think it's time to pursue a relationship with them. I think the rough period that you should do that is around 2 to 5 months of talking to them. No later than 6 months, unless, there's something major that, you guys both agree to that it's like inhibiting you from, from doing that. But what I personally like to do, is just to take an outside perspective, take some time to yourself to really focus on who you are, right? And, to see, is this relationship, what's starting with being in, because sometimes y'all wrapped up in a honeymoon phase or just wrapped up in, love or affection, maybe sometimes lust for that person. And it's like, you just need to make sure that you're in the right mindset when you're getting into a relationship. It's always good to do that before big decisions at all. Personally with me, I also pray to God, just to, be like, please, Lord, please give me the guidance that I need. If this is right for me, if this is your will, then let's pursue it, just in, big decisions and then even in relationships as well. So today I'm just going to give you, 4 big items or 4 big C's of things that are, things to think about or things that are really important when you're getting into a relationship. Number 1 would be communication. Communication can either make or break a relationship, right? Having effective communication, you guys both know what you guys want. Everything is clear. There's nothing being misconstrued or misinterpreted. Can really make a healthy relationship, right? For example, right, we have a partner that, is flailing up in emotions or saying things sometimes that they might not mean, but it's being interpreted by the other partner as something really rash or something really, really harsh and kind of pushes them away. So it's like you need to be able to talk it out with your partner, talk about different things, have deep conversations with them, right? And make sure that things are clear and that they understand you correctly. I would say before even, trying to get in a relationship with somebody, I think having the DTR talk or defining the relationship is very important, right? You need to see what you guys are looking for, right? Are you guys looking for, friends with benefits? You guys looking for a casual friendship? Are you guys looking for, to be in a relationship with each other, right? These are different things that you do need to talk out. And I understand it could be kind of scary because, you're putting, some sort of pressure on the other person, right? But it's important to talk these things out before you actually, get in a relationship, right? Are you guys looking for marriage? Are you guys looking for something that's, maybe long-term without that or maybe short-term, right? These are things that are very essential. Number 2 would be compromise. I personally believe compromising your needs and your partner's needs is something that really makes a healthy relationship, right? You understand that when you first like them or when you first, started dating them, you're like, oh, I see that flaw here. Oh, I see that flaw here. It's like, it's something that stands out to you. But, as time that kind of faded away, right? You learn to deal with those, right? To deal with those imperfections. And because we also have imperfections, right? Not just our partner, not just our significant other. Sometimes we want to make things all about ourselves, right? But, what we want to do, what we want to have. But, the other partner, the person that you like or that your person that you really care about or that you may love, right? what we want doesn't matter anymore. What they want supersedes what we want. This doesn't mean eternal devotion to them, right? Doing everything for them, maybe washing dishes for them, ironing the shirts, things of that nature. It doesn't mean that at all, right? It just means that you care about them much more deeper than you would say you care about a friend or, things of that nature. The third thing I would say is being comfortable. And that means comfortable in yourself, right? Before we get in a relationship, we have to be comfortable with ourselves. We have to love ourselves, right? Because how are we going to depend on the other person to love us when it's very hard for us to do it ourselves, right? So how do you expect that to even occur? So if we love ourselves, we're no longer thinking about our exes that we may have. Having that time is very important. A little bit outside of a relationship, right? We're still hanging out with our friends. We're still enjoying time with our family, right? We're still doing things that we love personally, right? Having that independence inside a relationship is very important. Having that time alone, so to help grow. And the fourth thing, the last thing is in commitment, right? So in a relationship, right, you're committed to the other person, right? You're not out here, looking for another mate. You're not looking to hook up with somebody else, right? You are in a relationship with them personally, right? So just being able to commit is very important. I actually have a little bit of trouble with this one just because of, how I am personally, right? I'm an avoidant type in my attachment style, so I kind of push the other person away sometimes, but that's something that I'm learning to overcome and to deal with personally. What I tell myself is that I care about the other person. I have a deep affection for the other person, so much that it overcomes my anxiety, overcomes my fear of being attached to somebody in that aspect. Like I said before, there's different levels of commitment, right? Are you guys looking for marriage? Are you guys looking for a long-term just relationship? Are you guys looking for something short-term? That's something that you would talk out with your partner beforehand in the DTR. All right, y'all, that's all that I have for you today. Just a summary and a review of the 4 C's that I stated before. Number 1 is communication. Number 2 is compromise. Number 3 is being comfortable in yourself. And number 4 is commitment. All right. I wish you guys the best of luck in your journeys in relationship